Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're just going to be doing touch up. She has had her braids in for a month and some change, maybe a month and a week. I'm just going to braid 2 rows around the perimeter of her braids. Usually if the braids were smaller, then you would need to do some people do like 3 rows, but I feel like that's not enough. So you would need to do literally like 4 or 5 rows around it, just so the person will be able to keep it in for about another month. But I don't think she was planning on keeping it in that long. She just wanted it to last her for Thanksgiving. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna go ahead and take the old braids out. We are not going to be using the same hair, so it's okay to cut. Never use the same hair for touch up. Like that's not cool. So once you take the braids out, you will notice that there's a little knot at the root of the braid. Like that's from where all the buildup, and dirt and everything is at. So as soon as you take your braid out, you want to go ahead and comb that part out. Don't leave it in to dry. Don't. And this is even with taking out your braids. Every time you take your braids out, I was just measuring to make sure that I didn't cut her hair, which I didn't. But every time you take your braids out, you want to make sure that you comb that little knot out. The worst thing you can do is leave that knot to sit in there till the next day or till whenever, because once that thing dries out and it's knotted, it is a pain to take out and you end up breaking your hair. So let's get right into it. I'm going to be using, of course, the same hair that I've been using for years, and this is the Gina Collection Expression Braiding Hair, and I'm just gonna go ahead and braid her hair. So you want to make sure, I always say this, that you braid the hair all the way down. I mean, braid it all the way down till you literally cannot braid anymore. Because as soon as you let the braid go, it's going to unravel just a little bit. And the tighter the braid or the smaller the braid is at the bottom, the harder it is for it to really unravel. So if you leave a lot of hair out, then it's going to be very easy for the hair to unravel all the way, probably like halfway up the braid. Not halfway, but you get what I'm saying. So just make sure you braid all the way down. And plus, it looks neater and nicer that way. Um, so please always make sure that your braids are all the way down. Don't be lazy, because I know some people are lazy and they don't like to braid all the way down, so they just leave hair hanging, and that's not cool at all. The reason why I need to also touch up the back is because when your client put her braids up, you want her braids to also look good in the back and not just the front. Because with most touch up, all people do is just hold the braid up because the middle looks, not so good. So they don't like to keep it down. So most of the time, they either keep it half up or they keep the whole thing up. And it's good if the front and the back looks nice. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. So I am done with the back. I'm gonna move on to the side. I didn't take the whole thing out at once. You can choose to take everything out and braid it, or you can take it out as you go, which is what I was doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the side. So her sister was pulling her braids and her mom took it out. So she ended up cutting her hair by accident right there. That's why that part looks like that. So I'm going to go ahead and braid up the sides. This touch-ups don't usually take long because, I mean, you're not doing the whole head. You're just doing the perimeter of the hair. So touch-ups don't usually take long unless the person has like really small braids. Look at how neat that looks. I'm reaching out for the easy I am all done. That's the last braid. It looks beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and trim around the braids, and then once that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and dip it in hot water. My weakness comes and goes, it goes, it goes. So you also want to make sure that you're dipping the old braids and not just the new braids. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the ones that has the little, decorative stuff on there, and then just dip the remaining of the braid. That also helps the old braids look a little bit neater. And because we did the tucking method when we were braiding it, that also helps it kind of blend in with the new one. So that is it. I am all done. She will be able to keep these in for another 2 to 3 weeks, could be a month, depending on how her mom wants to go about it. But I know some people usually after a touch up they keep their braids in for another month, and she'll be able to do that if she really wants to. So I'm just gonna put it up for her. It looks cute. She looks good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and lay the edges, the little baby hair. We're gonna lay that down for her. I'm still learning how to do the whole laying down of the edges thing. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in my next